Iraki na doma kaosu ite. Ore isatauine. Kiseta oma dokara. Orokone. Utakerama. Isataukorite ina sokoramare iraki eta doma. Ite kuronoma nebo katikaro. Etarene furate ina. Jite no kaita usamedowa. Enasamike no matameka. Doroko isamekora ane usameku korenitaro. Anako isataukero ketamades. Otauko nematoste. Isatauoni nataro endeko neguataro ikade.
Chissà che da notte, Makiru. Give caro the moro. Mega star Makiru. Konagewa. Give caro the moro. Mega star Makiru. Konagewa. Dima Kenta. Chissà che da notte, Makiru. Give caro the moro. Mega star Makiru. Konagewa. Give caro the moro. Mega star Makiru. Konagewa. Dima Kenta. Chissà che da notte, Makiru. Give caro the moro. Mega star Makiru. Konagewa. Give caro the moro. Mega star Makiru. Konagewa. Give caro the moro. Mega star Makiru. Konagewa. Dima Kenta. Chissà che da notte, Makiru. Give caro the moro. Mega star Makiru. Konagewa. Dima Kenta.
Games got delayed, but here are some fantastic titles nonetheless, beginning with Supra Land 6 inches under. Being of note, since I'm usually pretty strict with definitions, and first-person titles do not qualify as metroidvanias, but this title was too good to share, combining Portal, Zelda, and Metroid, being essentially Supra Land 1.5, following on from an excellent game from the team. On that, the visuals alone does sure look like Zelda 2, being very retro indeed, especially due to the visuals, a throwback in design as well, and it's a smaller title that you might have missed. If I'm remembering correctly, Behuga was the title in early access which released out of it in February, being another retro title where you play as an almost Conan the Barbarian-like character, fighting a way through the kingdom and uncovering its mysteries, being another throwback that is pretty decent. Fans of the channel will be familiar with Infernax, since this is a classic Vania style title, appearing in my video on the games of the year so far, where again, they have nailed the visuals to a T. Developer Berserk Studios has one of the most storied histories in games, primarily starting off with Flash games which I remember playing back in the day, which was why I was happy when they turned their attention to Steam. This game does have choices to make, which does affect the story and its multiple endings, so it's not a typical metroidvania, but it's no less worth a play. I do have a couple of ports of interest finally making their debut on Steam, one of which is Witchcrafty, a wonderful looking pixel art title that initially launched on Vita last year, where it's kind of neat but don't expect too much from this game. One title that I missed is one that comes to us from a Japanese developer and looks kind of cool, but despite being a Japanese language trailer, does have English language support as well, looking weird and pretty neat. As well, a pixel art metroidvania from the solo developer, where it has been steadily chugging along in early access and is neat, quite familiar Hollow Knight inspiration as well. These next two titles might border on the definition of metroidvania, but I do love the world of my guitar. Retro title with the little bits of exploration was a nice addition to a more run-and-gun kind of experience. Similarly, Blast Brigade assisted in the engine of the game, as you swap between characters to use their abilities of Road Reflectors and another game later on in this video, where this game performed the best out of those and is a good one of these. If you prefer more RPG and metroidvanias similar to games like Bloodstained Ritual of the Night or Symphony of the Night, enter X of your interest, having XP, leveling, and skill tree, where you as a teenage girl with the ability to hunt demons, similar to 3000 from 2019. Classes, Warrior, Mage, and Archer, but depending on which one you chose, the game was either too easy or too difficult at launch, which led to this situation. But this video is a reminder to go back and to see how you like it after adventures, where sure there's no access. Things a little too far, so much so that it is pretty much unrecognizable from the original, and as a result has not performed as well, but it might still be worth checking out if you love this genre.
metroidvania that released out of early access, we have seen the developers' hard work on this, which unfortunately does not seem to translate to much success, so here's wishing them all the best in their announced project. With Ghost Song, a long-developed title that took something like 7+ years to make, but somehow, despite being development hell, actually turned out really well, where this sci-fi entry has you exploring an alien planet with an awesome look and great combat with both melee and ranged weapon options being another highlight of the year. I'm making this as early, which means that we have a handful of titles for the rest of 2022, where I have yet to look forward to the release calendar and did not find that titles of interest beginning a year for metroidvanias, so let's hope 2023 is better. We can watch this video for a look at 50 upcoming games. Hello Indie Gamepad, it's that time of year again where we pay tribute to awesome indie games, where 2022 was a much better year as compared to 2021 in my opinion.
but this channel has grown too much as well, so thank you all for the support. So let's begin with Anno Mutation, a gorgeous cyberpunk pixel art title where you're on a mission in this metropolis, having a nice mix of side-scrolling combat and exploration questions as you take on odd jobs to explore the city. Combat is a highlight, with a nice mix of light and heavy attacks, where you will notice one SCP-692 as well, being a beautiful title. In the wake of the success of Overcooked, many indie developers have tried their hand at making similar local multiplayer co-op titles with only doses of materials. And while these have been successful to various extents, none of them have taken off like PlayTab has, where the magic ingredient is, no, not love, but rather a roguelike structure to the game. I know, some of you are beginning to grow, but this does actually add something new to the genre, in that while the minute-to-minute action still involves you scrambling around trying to get the food ready, in between the levels are where you can choose your upgrades, from new recipes to equipment such as conveyors or turbo poppers, and these do dramatically change up the feel of the game, which keeps it exciting and is best with some friends. If you love promo shooters but with a modern twist, please do yourself a favor and pick up Nightmare, an all-action title that has you facing off against nightmarish creatures as you advance from one area to the next. Yes, it does have a roguelike structure and a little bit of a looter-shooter element, but again, as is the case with PlayTab, it really does add to the experience. It's more about learning the weapons and getting into the flow of combat, reacting to whatever the game throws at you, rather than memorizing level layouts, where you gain a currency in every run which can be used to unlock permanent upgrades, nailing that compelling gameplay loop.
Wake up, sleeper.
Some of you were pissed when I left a Citizen Sleeper off my list of 50 during the mid-year recap, so I'm here to acknowledge that this is one of the best narrative RPGs of the year and in recent memory. It takes place in the ruins of interplanetary capitalism, where you play as an escaped worker trying to find a way to survive on a lawless space station at the edge of society.
Wake up, sleeper. Your body is dying.
The almost tabletop RPG-like mechanics of rolling dice and passing skill checks is neat, where you need to manage your energy and time every day, with compelling characters that really do suck you in. But the best part is that this is not done with one free, the base game is great and should not be missed.
Wake up, sleeper. You are hunted. Break their locks. Access their secrets. We are waiting.
The mad lads and ladies of Prima did it. They went up against Nintendo and created the largest media franchise in Pokemon and somehow managed to get a slice of that pie with Temtem, all by simply listening to what the players wanted and delivering exactly that. This is a monster-taming MMORPG in a persistent role, giving players what Game Freak did not want to make, where based on the estimated sales figures, this has done very, very well for them, so much so that they scaled up to a team of 30 plus people and became an immediate success story. Player housing, guilds, raids and more are present, but the 2v2 combat with a stamina system is different from Pokemon. Most launch support seems to be going for here to this half of the up, so chalk 1 up on the scoreboard for the underdogs with this. There are a number of notable cozy games this year as well, one of which is the relatively underrated Mobile Dogs, where I do not see enough people talking about this great game. It is a pet simulation title where you're taking care of a hive of these mutant creatures, Mobile Dogs, which can breed and evolve with all sorts of weird characteristics, where, and I don't say this lightly, there are Viva Pinata vibes emanating from this game, where it is all relatively low stakes and chill and is very pleasant. I'm so very happy to give a nod to Guardian Quest as well, a gorgeous hand-drawn tactical deck-building RPG that comes to us from Live and Trailers, where it does have roguelike elements as well, but do not get turned off because of that. In many ways, this is perhaps more similar to Dark Dungeon, where there is a hefty campaign mode as well as the more run-based realm mode to choose from, so if you don't like the roguelite structure of gameplay, the campaign will be the one to check out. I love the sheer variety of characters here, where combat is a highlight as well since positioning does matter, and add to that the fun of min-maxing your deck by Slay the Spire and you have a fantastic title. In the wake of the popularity of Dark Souls, many developers have tried to make their own Soulsborne games into varying degrees of success, where Fightful sets an example of a good one that most interestingly comes to us from the developer of Taiwan. It does have a typical and
No,
exact
Domota.
setup,
Usata una meda
Korea kitara shimara niuto sheka ani
Abismata neta oda.
The combat is weighty and thus punishing for button mashing, although they
Quizás
didn't
se toma
quite
así.
as far with the stamina system, but the deliciously carved grimdark world and monstrous bosses are excellent and might be something to check out if you love the genre.
Why do they need assassins in heaven? To do someone's dirty work.
A game which people absolutely adore, which I appreciate, is Neon White, a time trial first-person shooter that has you exterminating demons in heaven with a variety of weapons and their special abilities to help along the way. The main mode requires you to get through the level as quickly as you can, with the condition that you need to kill all demons in the level for it to count. We are frantically getting weapons, aiming and firing them at enemies, and then burning a card to use its movement abilities to get the next weapon or platform and so on. We are ranked based on your time and thus have instant reset and retry. The core action is great, but the writing not so much, but it's a good game overall.
God's judgment has nothing to do with it.
Legends tell of a golden time in years past of great clashes, heroes, and triumphs.
Now, don't judge a book by its cover, in that while Symphony of War and Nephilim Saga was more or less built in RPG Maker, the developers had to wrangle that program to make it do what they want, and have made custom sprites to make this an excellent strategy RPG. It is set in a world of conflict, of warring armies, and even something more sinister lurking in the shadows, but you notice that this style of game is not that common these days. Rather than individual units or heroes like in Fire Emblem, you are instead commanding squads of units whose composition and formation is up to you, being like Ogre Battle, which is not drawn upon enough, making this one of the best tactics games of the year. I'm honestly impressed at how developer Drinkbox Studios does not miss, where they've made one great game after another, being best known for the Guacamole series of Metroidvanias, but made an impact with a new IP in Nobody Saves the World. This is an action-adventure title where you play as a character named Nobody, who finds a magic wand that allows him to transform into other characters, gaining use of their abilities as you attempt to save the world. This is very skin-and-boxing design in that there are always meters to fill up, which just unlocks more stuff, but the overall presentation and minute-to-minute action is fantastic, so colour me impressed, and as a result, I cannot wait to see what's next from them, which, based on their cadence, might be another 3 to 4 years. One of the most wonderful time and resource management titles is Stack Lands, one where you're placing cards on top of each other to cause interesting things to happen, such as placing a villager on a berry bush to gather berries, where you need to ensure that you have enough food to survive at the conclusion of every month. You have to get coins to buy booster packs, which might contain ideas which will advance technology, all while having to fend off enemies like bears, rats, or skeletons, where it is at a low price and is value for money. usually a survival horror person since I like my pants clean, but of course I do have to give props to Signalis, a title which I've had my eye on for the longest of time and feels exactly what they are going for. This is an old-school survival horror title where you play as a replica, delving into an off-world government facility in search of answers, but the zombie-like enemies do sure remind me of Resident Evil 1. It has limited ammo, hard-to-kill enemies, key items, backtracking, and even tank controls, but if you love this very classic genre, do yourself a favour and pick this up. Spots since we last took a look is Infernax, a classic linear-style action platformer that is more in line with early Castlevania titles as compared to Symphony of the Night. You play as a knight returning to your homeland only to find it overrun with evil and voodoo magic, now making it your mission to cleanse the land. Most interestingly, this has choices to make which does affect the story. It comes to us from the legendary Berserk studio, who are game dev legends, but they also need the shows here. Of course, I have to pay tribute to the author of Vampire Survivors, probably the most successful title in terms of pure numbers of copies over the 11 months or so of early access, where people throw about the term genre-defining or willy-nilly, but it is true in this case, since the success of this has spawned a whole bunch of clones, for better or worse. We are looking at the expansion DLC which just released, which added 8 new characters, 13 new weapons, a new stage, new music, and more unlocks to make this even better. But if you're not familiar with the core game, it has you killing enemies and picking up XP and upgrades, selecting weapons and relics that do combine and evolve into more powerful versions that allow you to absolutely destroy hordes of oncoming monsters. It is the reverse of a bullet hell title, where you are the one spewing out all the attacks and projectiles, hence the term bullet heaven, and while it is compelling and fun and great, the quote-unquote gameplay has you moving around on an infinitely scrolling map, being one step above an idle game, so I'm not that comfortable ranking it among the top 10, but it is probably the game of 2022. The game with the unenviable task of following up from Vampire Survivors is Coromon, a pixel art entertainment RPG that I have to mention as a fan of the genre, since I grew up with Pokemon and this is a throwback.
長色へ参るかなでか、いさた思うせこらい
I
せ
love
ど
the
てさ。
pixel art Coromon designs, especially those that more resemble animals rather than the elemental bosses, where, like Temtem, the developers are fans of the genre and have built in things like Nuzlocke, but I'm happy to see the success of this game. The relaxing city builder is also another trend, with games like Islanders and Townscaper leading the way, but the game that took the idea and ran with it is Romantic, perhaps being the most successful game in the genre, and most impressively is from a team of 4 fresh graduates from a game development program in Berlin, where they knocked it out of the park on the first try, which makes me excited for their future. You're rotating and placing tiles down in order to maximize bonuses to get more points for more tiles, to the extent that you may build infinitely, but the game is over when you do run out